Hey,
Hi,
Anne-Claire.
Meg.
What's up?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous. Just living the dream over
The
here.
key word is
How about you?
magnificent.
Oh, I love a good pun. I have this idea of just listing all of the puns that I think of on my phone just so that I can go back and reflect on them. Because I use puns all the
You're
time.
really committed to the dad joke, aren't you?
I am. Oh my gosh. Oh, I wish I could remember it. I combined two words this week. Yep, I combined the word pillow and particular, and it's pilticulo. Like a particular pillow.
Okay.
It's my pilticulo. I was like, that's cool. You just combine. Okay. I thought it was genius. I'm always like, I need to write this down. I need to keep these on lock and create new words and put them on Urban Dictionary.
Yes. It's so fetch.
So fetch. Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Says the girl who just said, what again? Particulo?
It's not, it's like nobody will ever actually use it in a sentence, I don't think, but it's like referring to a particular pillow you really like. It's your pilticulo.
Mm-hmm. And on that note, what are we talking about today?
On that note, we are talking about the truth behind what I eat in a day videos. All right. So all you people who found us today by Googling what should I eat in a day, we hope you landed here because we want you to know the truth. We are here to share the truth about these videos that are all over YouTube, all over Instagram, and they can be really triggering and harmful and toxic for your recovery.
You forgot about TikTok. You're showing your age.
And TikTok. TikTok, what's that? No, I'm just kidding. I haven't looked at TikTok in over a year. It does nothing for me
Clearly.
at this point.
But we mean any platform, obviously, and any format of those what I eat in a day videos.
Mm-hmm,
So Meg and I have strong opinions about those, obviously. And for a range of reasons, actually.
Yes. I mean, my first one that I see is that when people are watching these what I eat in a day videos, it just is another way for them to disown their body's cues and signals and wants and desires. So instead of checking in with themselves about what they should be eating for a day or checking in with their team, they are looking at these videos and trying to find some map or outline of eating that apparently is going to put them closer to recovery. But the problem is a lot of these times, these videos are full of toxic diet culture messages. They're really focused on looks and appearance, and they're usually based on whatever that influencer thinks is right for them, not necessarily the person viewing the video.
It's interesting because,
so
to be honest, it's not helpful if someone's in eating disorder recovery, right? And that's usually the context that you and I evolve in because of our jobs.
Mm-hmm.
But I genuinely believe that it's still also very true for like the average human out there, because they're loaded with so much like shoulding and, good and bad foods and diet culture rules and morality attached to certain foods that you're consuming, or the way that you're preparing the foods, or the way that you're presenting the foods, etc., that I honestly fail to see the helpfulness even for someone who isn't in eating disorder recovery. Because if someone comes up to me and says, yeah, but it's inspiring, it gives me ideas. Oh, what do you think recipe videos are about? Like, that works too. And it doesn't have the same intention, the same vibe to it, right? Of being like, here I am, I'm a better human. Here's how I am feeding myself. Here's how maybe you should feed yourself if you want to look like me, be as successful as I am, have the kinds of relationships that I have, etc. And it tends to completely, like you said, like disconnect, or rather sort of suggest that it's a good idea to not tune in and rather to listen to outside entities to yourself. And also, to be honest, it completely ignores the fact that humans are in different kinds of situations, like even like different countries, different ingredients, different financial access to things. Some humans like live in like food deserts. Not everyone has access to the same sort of like ingredients. Not everyone can afford all of those like nice floofy things that they sprinkle on everything, you know, or the different colored drinks that they have. You know what I'm talking about.
The bouginess. I mean, there's this bougie vibe connected to what I eat in a day. And it's always some like model chick who lives in like a very wealthy area who, you know, it's always just a little bit perfectionistic. It's meant for the aesthetic. There is just so much there, but I think you're right. It sets this almost impossible standard for everyone around. And what gets me going the most on this is that it's claiming to show the whole picture of the day, but it never shows the full picture of the day. Like it's the highlight reel. And if this individual who is so focused on food is really that focused on food, there's a chance there might be some disordered behaviors going on in the background. Like we don't know if that person purged their food. We don't know if they're excessively exercising. We don't know if they actually ate all of that food. There is so much there where like this individual might be claiming that they're fully recovered, but they're not showing us the full picture. And I find that to be really misleading and misguiding to so many folks who are actually desperately searching for help online. Yeah, because
again, like in this case, we're kind of like specifically aiming at those like what I eat in a day videos in recovery or like for recovery or to be healthy, like that kind of a vibe, you know, video. And not only what you said, but also the opposite, where someone is like going to the gym like a lot, is portioning themselves with, I mean, if I watch it, I'm like, I'm hungry. Like this is a starter. This is not my meal. Like it's not going to work. Like I'm not going to be running for a long time. Like as a human body, that's not going to work for very long. And so it's kind of like both ends of the spectrum. Like there's this performance aspect to it, both in terms of, you know, either the beauty of it, you know, the looks of the food, the looks of the human. I mean, come on, like how many times do those videos start with a body check?
I know, right? That's so true. They're like in a mirror going like, yay, like side angles and all of this stuff. Like, I'm so cute. And you're like, great. Let's all take a look at your body size before we look at what you're eating in a day. It's really helpful.
That's the thing. Like it sort of, it goes to show how much of that is about, I mean, again, I'm not going to know exactly what is going on in that person's head or whatever, but it still sort of like shows that there's an intense focus on, you know, like, here's what I look like and here's what I eat. I mean,
right.
Don't tell me you're not making a link between the two.
And in my opinion, like an intuitive eater isn't thinking, oh, I need to film myself every time I eat, right? Like I'm not always mindfully eating to the point where I'm like, oh, let me get my camera out. And sometimes I'm just grabbing something on the go. Like if I was a what I eat in a day vlogger, I would 9 out of 10 times never actually remember to record everything I'm eating because I'm just living in the moment with my food. Right. So I find that very interesting. And I think another thing I find interesting that you are kind of getting at that I want to point out here is that if you are someone who are looking at these videos for you to further understand what you need to eat or how much you need to eat, what that actually means is you are looking for more guidance with food. So maybe you need to talk to a dietitian. Definitely need to talk to a dietitian if you're that confused and disoriented on what you need to be doing, right? It's important to see that as almost a reality check, which is if you need guidance and you're looking for guidance on what you need to be eating, there are resources out there that are trained and certified and educated on how to help you get back to that healed relationship with food.
No, I agree. And also what I really want to insist on is not, let's destroy the people who make those videos. Like, you know, people are going to make videos. People have the right to do whatever they want. I'm not going to go around and police everyone online.
But it's harmful.
Of course, you know, I'm
like
going to have opinions, right? But at the same time, it's not realistic of me to think that this little video is going to change all of the, you know, what I eat videos online. And I also don't want to, like, some people, I'm sure, are absolutely not, you know, holding like these bad intentions. And I'm certain that there are also people who genuinely do it in good faith and probably have an okay relationship with food and all that. And to an extent, I want to push it and say, I don't care. What I really want is the humans who are watching now and are in eating disorder recovery to take the responsibility to not seek those videos out because of all that we just said, because of the risks, because of how much we know that they're going to be loaded with triggers, with body checks, with morality, with good and bad, healthy and unhealthy labels on food, with, you know, they're going to be like a load of comparison about food, about the movement, about the looks, about the whatever. Please show up responsibly for yourself and your recovery, right? And that's kind of like where I really want to like insist. It's not just go and talk to a dietitian if you're watching these videos because you're confused about what is normal eating, what does that look like, what should a good portion look like for you or whatever. It's that, but it's also don't watch those videos. Like seek other sources of information online and be careful and responsible about what you're feeding your brain when it comes to things that could just end up making everything worse for you. Not because it's fair. I wish you didn't have to be flooded, you know, potentially with those sorts of like before after pictures and what I eat videos and all of that. But that's not going to be true in the short run. So until that's possible, I kind of want to make sure that you humans watching sort of show up for yourselves.
Yeah, I am right there with you. I love that addition to the message. It's like seek professional help and protect yourself, protect your recovery, take responsibility for where you're at and what's helpful and what's not helpful. So I just want to remind people that protective component here and recognizing you can be a little bit more protective of your recovery journey by stopping watching these videos, right? And that will also help you start checking in with yourself again, which is really the baseline of healing and eating disorder recovery is, what do I need? What is my body telling me right now? What sounds good to me? That's what's going to heal you. It's not going to be, what is so-and-so eating?
Agreed.
So I think we've done a splendid job covering this. Anne-Claire, do you have any final words of wisdom for the folks out there who might be watching right now?
Watch more cute animal videos and change your algorithms.
Brilliant. Oh, I love that final takeaway. All right. Well, thanks, Anne-Claire. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.